throughout the city and surrounding areas.
The city cannot produce enough water to fight fires, to reliably flush toilets, and to meet other critical needs.
The state now preparing for the colossal challenge of distributing water to 180,000 people.
That's nuts.
Jackson.
How long can the city operate without running water, distributing water the way you're planning to do? I mean, this isn't sustainable.
We're going to go with this emergency plan as long as we have to.
The governor telling me tonight he does anticipate improvement in the coming days
Flynn?
with more help arriving
Well, Flynn could do it.
and to distribute the water, but with rain returning today, new concerns of more possible flooding. Lester?
Imagine what folks have been through. Boy, thank you. We're tracking severe weather right now, moving up the East Coast, part of the same system that slammed the Midwest.
We didn't get that bad storms over here.
And in the West, tens of millions on alert for extreme heat. Meteorologist Dylan Dreyer joins us now. Dylan, what's the latest?
Lester, there is a lot going on. We have had a lot of thunderstorms in and around the Jackson area. It's part of a stalled front that will continue.
Sorry, it's in portrait mode, but had to quit it and do it again, and I didn't want to do that.
Quickly, tomorrow temperatures drop, humidity drops as well. Out west, though, that's going to be the big concern for heat. We have heat warnings, heat watches, heat advisories in effect for 52 million people. Temperatures will be the warmest they've been so far this season. Will likely break many records across the west.
Look at Denver. Wow.
To the next several days. In fact, Sunday, Monday will be the hottest days in Los Angeles. Lester really only hits 100 degrees every couple of years, and it looks like we should hit it this weekend.
Okay, Dylan.
That's crazy.
Now, our NBC News exclusive, rare access inside the Pfizer facility producing the next generation of COVID boosters, specifically targeting Omicron, ahead of the FDA's expected emergency authorization. Stephanie Gost now on preparations for the major rollout.
A new Pfizer COVID vaccine is rolling off the assembly line in Kalamazoo.
The first thing you notice is that the tops of the vials aren't perfect.
You notice the color change?
A new color because there is a new target, the Omicron BA4 and BA5 variants. But it still needs FDA authorization, which could come as early as this week.
We have doses ready virtually immediately, so within 24 hours, trucks will leave the facility.
So that could be people this week.
Liars, liars, liars.
We are ready to go whenever they approve.
Trying to create a zombie apocalypse or something. I don't know. Maybe.
The company's massive production facility.
First thing we want to do is make sure that every element of that vial is to perfection.
Back in June, the FDA asked both Pfizer and Moderna
Stupid.
to develop shots targeting BA5.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Cases in the US.
Well, it's certainly hoped that these new updated vaccines will provide improved protection against serious disease. Disease serious enough to
Suck it. Suck it, mother.
Because the process was so fast, human trials have not been completed.
Will you run human trials on this one?
Human trials for sure, actually, are just begun. So absolutely, they're underway.
Suck it.
Health officials point out the annual flu vaccine is not tested on humans. But COVID mutates faster than the flu.
It feels a little bit like whack-a-mole with this virus. How difficult is it to keep pace with how quickly the virus is changing?
Well, then it's very special disease. We launched the original product in 9 months, and now we're actually converting from variants in 100 days or less.
Experts say this new shot could prevent a serious COVID surge in the coming months.
Don't care. Don't care. Do not care. I do not care. Suck it. Suck it.
Pfizer's original vaccine.
I don't take it serious. I don't give a shit. If it was meant to be, it's meant to be, right?
Boosters were necessary. Demand has dropped. Just over 108 million people have the first booster. Only 23 million have gotten
That is a lot of sheep, everybody. A lot of sheep right there. Tons of sheep.
Ready to go out the door.
So wrong.
Let me ask you this. Late last week,
So wrong.
suing Pfizer for patent infringement for its COVID vaccine.
Oh my God. Wow.
Lester, Pfizer says it was surprised by this lawsuit, adding that the technology it based its vaccine on was developed by BioNTech, that's Pfizer's partner company in Germany.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. President Biden traveled to Battleground, Pennsylvania today, saying in a fiery speech He's determined to ban assault weapons in the U.S. He also defended the FBI and accused the GOP of condoning political violence. Here's Gabe Gutierrez.
Today in Philadelphia, yet another bullet-riddled car. A father shot dead at a gas station. A 14 and 10-year-old survived. Little more than 100 miles away, President Biden defended his record on crime ahead of this year's midterms.
When it comes to public safety in this nation, the answer is not defund the police.
Suck it. Suck it, bitch. Suck it, you bitch. That's all you is a bitch.
To hire more police officers, $3 billion to help courts clear.
Yeah, more. Yeah, like more cops means like more shootings of innocent people. That's what I think, anyways.
And analyze ballistics. The president also hoping to build on federal gun safety legislation Congress passed earlier this summer.
I'm determined to ban assault weapons in this country.
Fuck you.
The GOP lawmakers who suggested defunding the FBI following the
Good. They need to.
There's no place in this country, no place, for endangering the lives of law enforcement.
Fuck you.
Democrats and lenient prosecutors for the crime surge.
We need to be more concerned with helping the victims of crime than in placating the perpetrators of crime.
He is the man right there, everybody. That's the man right there. We need more people like him.
City shootings also spiked in COVID, but are still much less frequent than in the 1970s.
How does crime now in New York City compare to what it was back then?
It's not common. That's when Curtis Sliwa first organized a volunteer group called the Guardian Angels to patrol subways and neighborhoods.
We're beginning to see that we're receding back to a point where there was lawlessness and anarchy.
They can't do shit anyways. All they could do is report and observe.
Sensitive areas like Times Square takes effect this week. Buster.
Gabe Gutierrez, thank you. In Ukraine, a team of UN inspectors arrived in Kyiv today ahead of a visit to an embattled nuclear plant. While in the south, Ukrainian forces are pressing on with a major counteroffensive. Megan Fitzgerald is in Kyiv.
Tonight, the battlefield is shifting, and Ukraine says it's on the attack.
Good.
Strikes on the front line. A counteroffensive trying to take back Russian-held territory in the south. Ukrainian President Zelensky saying he won't give specific details about the mission. Russia says they've held the Ukrainian attack. While in the east, new Russian strikes in Kharkiv, killing 5 people, injuring 7, and leaving a massive crater in the square.
Motherfuckers.
It comes as 2 U.S. officials tell NBC News that Russia is getting new help on the battlefield, receiving hundreds of combat drones from Iran.
Oh my god. Dang right. Fucking Iran should be fucking Iran should be like held responsible for helping the Russians. And the Ukrainians need to do something about it.
Could spark a nuclear disaster. Both Russia and Ukraine blaming each other for the recent violence there.
We cannot have a military occupying the power plant.
Today, we spoke to U.S. Senators Rob Portman and Amy Klobuchar, here to show bipartisan support for Ukraine.
This is all about nuclear safety, and that would make a big difference to get this area off of the wartime grid and back in the hands of those that know how to run it. Now, the European Union is
I totally agree with that.
iodine tablets for residents bracing for the worst. Lester?
Megan Fitzgerald, thank you. And as Russia's war with Ukraine grinds on, there is a passing of note tonight. Mikhail Gorbachev, the last leader of the Soviet Union who oversaw the end of the Cold War, has died at 91. Anne Reed Mitchell now on his legacy.
Mikhail Gorbachev, the communist leader whose brief 6-year reign transformed the map of Europe and the world. The first Soviet leader with a larger vision for his country.
Good.
And who was willing to hold a summit with Ronald Reagan, the American president who called the Soviet Union an evil empire. Little did Gorbachev know he would preside over the...
There's a Family Guy episode that shows Rano, where he says, Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Reagan, smash. Reagan, smash.
Next meeting in Reykjavik, Iceland. But by December of 1987, partly through the influence of Nancy Reagan on her husband, They were at the White House, signing a treaty to reduce the threat of nuclear weapons. The same year, Gorbachev gave his first American television interview to NBC's Tom Brokaw. And by the next year, a return summit in Moscow. The two were walking arm in arm in Red Square. And later, Gorbachev let the Berlin Wall come down.
Hell yeah.
Sending in Russian tanks, for which he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1990. Americans were charmed by this new kind of young Soviet leader with his ideas of glasnost and perestroika, openness and economic restructuring, and his very modern wife Raisa. But back home, his Kremlin colleagues tried to overturn him in a 3-day coup and failed.
Good.
Gorbachev returned from house arrest in Crimea to find Russian President Boris Yeltsin in charge, and soon resigned. He said to avoid a bloody civil war.
Boris Yeltsin's a piece of shit. I remember him.
Changed the world, but could not save his own country from falling apart.
Boy, Andrew, it was a different time. You can't help but contrast the relationship
Hey,
between
my hand
the
keeps
US
turning.
and Russia
Can't help it.
versus today.
Absolutely, Lester. They are so dramatically different these times. I interviewed Gorbachev back in 2001, and I asked him what his legacy would be. First, he
Damn.
said they would be big. Then getting serious.
But look at the way she looks now. And then.
Beyond the time when I was president, and I believe they are still important. Let's see what happens next. Well, that certainly proved to be prophetic, Lester.
All right, Andrew Mitchell, thank you. In 60 seconds, the videos are all over social media, the deadly rise of street racing and how cities are trying to crack down. Plus, the fight over fast food, what it means for the price you pay.
It's going up too. I'll tell you that much, everybody. I gotta eat this chicken real quick.
On Angie. Next thing we knew, we were put in contact with our Angie Pro, and then that weekend they came out and we had a brand new group.
Get started at Angie.com today.
Can you take me by the hand? I feel better again. Oh, I feel better now.
Welcome to Allstate, where anyone who bundles their home and auto insurance saves. Isn't that right, Phil?
Sorry, I'm a little busy.
What in the world are you doing?
In the metaverse, bundling my home and auto insurance.
Why don't you just do that in the real world?
Because now I can bundle in space. Watch this.
I still don't get it. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Let's turn out to the deadly rash of street racing that is flooding social media and making a lot of roads dangerous. One incident turning deadly this weekend in Chicago. It's one of several cities fighting to curb the concerning trend. With more, here's Maggie Vespa.
Speed, power, and pure chaos dominating social media and America's streets in Chicago with deadly consequences.
She was a light, a pillar of light for us.
40-year-old Shaman Myrise was visiting from Florida Sunday when police say one of two racing Corvettes careened out of control, killing her. Her family tonight asking for privacy, writing Myrise.
Well, what the hell was she doing there in the first place? Why was she there? Why? If she wasn't there, she wouldn't be killed. That's her damn fault.
A tornado-like path of destruction after two racing cars lost control. In Portland, Oregon, 3 people were shot at a street racing event. And in Los Angeles, authorities say street racers kept them at bay while the mob ransacked this 7-Eleven earlier this month.
Nice.
Took off, police say, during the pandemic when lockdown left streets empty and is since fueled by a search for social media fame. Cities across the country, including Atlanta, Chicago, and San Francisco, recently passing ordinances to penalize street racers. Same story in Portland.
It ain't gonna happen.
Officers able to enforce those ordinances.
Nope.
No, fines aren't enough. We need to work with federal partners to see if there's avenues
Fuck that flag.
interstate commerce type charges.
Fuck that flag.
That will actually have a heavier impact.
I'll take a piss on it. That's what I'll do. I was gonna take a piss on that flag.
Maggie Vespa, NBC News, Chicago.
All right, we're back in a moment with the battle over a possible new law that could dramatically change the fast food industry.
I'm serious. I would take a piss on that flag. I gotta get me one. Take a piss on it. That's that one dude from that TV show or whatever it is. Oh, I forgot the name of the TV show. It's not Jackie Chan, I can tell you that right now. It's some other guy. I think. Yeah, it is him. See? Told you. Oh. I can think of the scene, I just don't. I can't think of the movie or the show. Why would they put a phone right there? You see that? Oh no, it's a credit card reader.
See how much you can save by bundling. You've got to go.
When Pink says, I'm here.
Well, I'm gonna get this thing so I can start getting ready to like get out of here, everybody. All right, have a good night.